Hey y'all, so check this out. I'm gonna try to talk loud so y'all can hear me. I'm in transition. Hid it somewhere. So I'm not gonna hold y'all long, but it seems like God like to talk to me when I'm moving, when I'm in the car. So that's why a lot of my videos be in the car. And I don't be wanting to risk losing it. But anyway, I want to talk about the ability to be coachable, right? See, when it comes to being able to learn, when it comes to being able to articulate certain things, when it comes to being able to comprehend certain things, I don't know if I said that already, but anyway, when it comes to being successful at things, it's all in your ability to be coachable, right? So, for instance, one of my favorite players of all time is Iverson. I liked Iverson because he was a little man with a big heart. He was small, but he played big, and he just wasn't scared. Okay, he was fearless, and then that little thug life in him, that little gangster that's in him. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it just showed on the court. He wasn't scared of nothing. Okay, he don't care how big something was. He'll take it in. He'll drive. Okay, he gonna go for it. Right? He don't care. He ain't gonna let nothing scare him, especially when it comes to that court. Okay, and of course some of that showed off the court too, but we'll get to that in a few. So my whole point is, when it comes to life, when it comes to passing tests, when it comes to being successful in anything in life, when it comes to preservation, okay, the ability to be resilient or to win a game, okay, you have to be coachable. You have to be coachable, okay? If you're not coachable, then you're not going to be successful. You're going to catch yourself losing. You're going to catch yourself behind. You're going to catch yourself stagnant. You're going to catch yourself just confused, okay? So I'm talking to all my people that are stubborn, because sometimes I can be it, but at the end of the day, I am a natural student. I have learned to be a life learner. That's what I do. I learn. Okay, I love learning. It's always something to learn. You never know everything. I'm constant growing, and you have to get to that point in your life that you're coachable, that you're able to learn from other people, no matter who they are, because you can learn from a bum off the street. So you have to be coachable, particularly in these seasons that's coming up. Okay. You can't be so stubborn that you don't hear nothing, that you don't listen to people, that you don't catch on to stuff because you don't want to hear what people have to say. You have to be able to hear beyond certain things, or look beyond who is giving you a message, or beyond who is telling you something. If it's a bum on the street, if it's a janitor, if it's anybody that you think below you, you have to learn how to humble yourself, or you will miss what it is God's trying to tell you, or whatever messages you need to receive. Okay? Because a lot of people are unsuccessful. A lot of people still in these mental prisons, or in whatever they created for themselves, because their inability to listen, because they're uncoachable. So going back to Iverson, the reason why, even though he was one of the greatest players to me, and his career ended so prematurely, but it was because of him that it ended. It wasn't because he wasn't talented, because he was very talented. Obviously, he made it to the NBA, and there's a lot of people around here still got hoop dreams, and he made it. He made it out the hood or whatnot. But his ability not to be coachable is what ruined him, what snatched everything away from him. His ability to not hear like he needed to hear. So what's keeping you from hearing God? What's keeping you from being coachable? What's keeping you from learning? What's keeping you from going forward in life? So it's very important, y'all, that we get out of these little mind frames that we think we know it all, or we think we don't have to listen, or we don't want to listen. Because the teacher only appears when the student is ready. Okay? So that's why we can't learn nothing, because we ain't trying to learn nothing, or we ain't trying to hear nothing. You can't hear God. You think he abandoned you, that he ain't answering none of your prayers, then that's because it ain't because he ain't answered it. It's because you ain't hearing nothing. You ain't coachable. So a lot of your prayers are answered. You just can't hear them because you're being stubborn. So that's just a warning to some of you guys, because I promise you, 9 out of 10, some of your prayers are answered. You just haven't found out a way. You just haven't figured it out, or you can't see it because you're expecting it in a certain way. And I got news for you. If you're expecting something in a certain way, you will not get it. It's going to be totally opposite, totally different than what you expected. I promise you. I guarantee you that. It's not what you think. It's actually the exact opposite. So a lot of times God can't even help most of us because we so stubborn, or we so traditional, or we so caught up in religion. So we put him in a box, allowing him to not help us because we put him in a box. So we stop him from really helping us and doing his part in our life because we're uncoachable. So don't let being uncoachable, being stubborn, being hard-headed, not listening, not moving when you need to move, don't let that mess you up. Hear me and hear me good. Like, real talk, y'all. So, I said this to say that. I know I said in the previous video I talked about your next move will be your test move, right? Because a lot of things that I talk on are built up on things. Everything is connected, okay? So, I said that your next move will be your test move, right? But hear me and hear me good. No move is still a move, okay? Remember that. Whether you move or not, it's still a move. It's still a test. So remember that when you don't make a move, or when you don't do what you need to do, that's a decision. That's still a move. So like I said, your next move will be your test move. Your ability to do what you need to do. Step up to whatever you got that you need to do, that you need to handle, whatever demons, whatever you need to deal with, right, in life. Whatever you think gonna be your next move in life, okay? It's gonna be a test. You better hear me and hear me good. And when I promise you, matter of fact, you're gonna be like, dang, like, okay. I'm telling you, some of y'all gonna be like, she said it. She called it first. You know, so, because a lot of times, you know, people get wrapped up in, you know, who you are, that they miss God, and they don't hear when they being warned by stuff, because they mistake you for being regular when you not, and they miss out, and that's fine. I'm just the messenger, okay? So at the end of the day, like I said, we're going back to being coachable. It's very important that you get out of being stubborn, or thinking you know it all, or not want to hear stuff when you need to hear it, or move when you need to move. Because your ability to hear and to be sensitive to things, because 9 out of 10 is probably a confirmation for a lot of people. So consider this as a confirmation, okay? So whether you hearing this the same day that I posted, recorded it, it doesn't matter. It's whatever time you hear it. Okay? People, for the whatever you need to hear it for. Take it however you need to take it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't learn how to be coachable, because a lot of times we get in our boss mode and we think that we just got it or we got it all figured out, and we tend not to listen. We end up messing up. Okay? So, and not only that, a lot of people pull back because when they see that you're not listening, you're not a good listener. Who finna waste all their time and energy? Ain't no teacher finna try to teach nobody. If you know some people that's teachers, they will tell you the kids that don't pay attention, they kind of write them off. Okay? Ain't nobody finna put their energy and time and effort into people that don't care about nothing or seem to not want nothing out of life. Okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. Who finna do that? Nobody, not even God. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of times we be in stuff, we get ourselves in certain situations and certain things, and then we expect for him to bail us out. At the end of the day, everything is self. Y'all, stupid car came over. These folks be doing the most. That's why you definitely got to drive for other people. So anyway, yeah, so anyway, before I just got rudely interrupted. Oh, that distracted me. See the devil. See how you do? Here to distract you. Especially for the so anyway, a lot of times we want God to do certain things, but we be in his way, right? So you have to learn how to stay out of the teacher's way when they trying to teach you stuff or when they trying to show you stuff. You have to learn how to do that, because like I said, the teacher will only appear. He will only appear when the student is ready. You have to understand it. The teacher is not always physical, okay? It happens through, sometimes you can't even see the teacher. It happens through events. You have to learn when you're getting taught something. When you're in a lesson, learn. When you're in a test, you have to learn these things. Your ability to be coachable is going to be your ability to help you succeed, okay? It's going to help you navigate through life. Your ability to be coachable. You don't want to get deemed as coachable. That's what happened to Allen Iverson. He was deemed uncoachable. That's why he's no longer in the NBA. So you can mess around and get put out the game if you want to, because you're uncoachable, because you don't listen. Learn how to listen. Learn to be coachable. Learn how to hear when you need to hear. Learn how to move when you need to move. If it's time for you to move, make a move, then you will know it. Don't nobody have to tell you. It will be within you, in your being. You're gonna feel a pull or a tug when it's time for whatever. You're gonna feel it. So like I said, a lot of times we be fighting stuff, you know. But like I said, this is it. Y'all be good. Almost at my destination. I hope this word helped y'all. Y'all be good.